Hey everyone, welcome to the Twin Flame Divine Love reading for the new moon in Pisces, March 17th, 2018. Okay, so as we know, as the weekly has told us, there's going to be a lot of karmic crumbling, but karmic stuff coming through for the masculine. I got a major message that as feminine, we can be somewhat nervous and upset about that as we feel them going through that. But I've been told that we have to try to take a step back and be more like a motherly energy of, even though we feel it and we're upset for them, it's just being able to allow our child to scrape their knee and fall down and get up and learn from it, okay? So instead of always trying to make it better and fix it, and yeah, which we totally want to, and we can put those healing energies out there, do what we do to help with all that. But I'm talking about 3D wise when you're feeling it, because we're feeling it in 5D definitely, but even if you're seeing anything in the 3D, just taking a step back, knowing that feminine, we are ascending, just put out your hand in the 5D and pull them up out of it. Like you would when your child falls, you can put your hand out and pick them up, but they're gonna fall. And you have to allow them to fall and fail and go through these things, just like feminine we have. Now it's their turn, okay? So these moon energies may bring up a conflict or crisis that will add to and help us realize an old wound that will in turn produce new discoveries and higher self-awareness, leading to rapid healing. So that's wonderful. There is a triangle aspect pattern, a blue trine aspect from Mars to Uranus, a state of harmony, balance, feeling comfortable and secure. Then a red square aspect from new moon to Mars, representing a irritation and disturbance that unsettles the balance, that balanced state that we might feel. So there's really like these opposing forms going on here. We can meet in the middle. It's a good thing. So trying not to be overly emotional either way, because Pisces is a very emotional sign, very intuitive sign. So karmic energies are going to shake us out of our comfort zone to further heal. Then there's the green semi-sextile aspect from the new moon to Uranus, represents a state of flux, experimenting and experiencing new ways to balance, bringing us to total opportunities to resolve past conflicts, wounds, and karma. So that's what I was feeling, and it's very much based around this moon as well. So be aware of energies that are like aiding in the built up anger and resentment or sexual frustration as well within our divine energies, which you know we are very fired up. We can be very fired up in that way if we are more in our divine energies. But let's try to focus on the positive aspects of these divine energies that we can manifest and create and love and stay in an unconditionally loving zone, okay? Unexpected meetings and chance encounters help us to receive messages. So be open for these extra insights and discoveries. Okay, resolution of conflicts will involve pleasant surprises and stimulating encounters. Extra initiative, inspiration, and motivation will bring quick changes which help solve past relationship drama. And sexual frustration, right? We haven't been with our counterpart. We could definitely be feeling that. Okay, residual karmic sacral chakra divine energy. Okay, it's clearing that out. And I've been saying working on that sacral chakra, especially for the feminine, so we can get more into a positive place there, okay? And no longer being so frustrated about it because we're letting it flow. So anything from our past relationships, it's going to be coming up again. So, you know, masculine from your past may be coming around, and it's time to deal with what it is. Take the message for what it is and release. So we can release it from our sacral chakra and be more in our divine energies and heal, heal, heal. So let's dream big, face our fears, love our intuition and messages, heal along the way as we surrender to this moon energy and to the divine on how they're guiding us and what they want for us. All right, let's start off now with these strong new beginnings energies and what we're wanting to wish for and pray for. So let's start off with the Sacred Heart of Jesus prayer. So, the Sacred Heart of Jesus, who said, "Ask and you shall receive," we beg that by the ardent flames of love that kindle your heart, hear our prayers. And I pray for the collective that they will be able to recognize these messages, be able to release a lot more and to heal on a deeper level, even doing healings, reaching out and getting help if need be. Okay, thank you, Jesus. Amen. All right, so let's start off, you know, we do the weekly, so we know what energies are wanted there for the masculine for the week. But with this new beginning and this energy happening, and then, you know, it's on St. Patrick's Day, so we're going to get into some luck of what we want to manifest too. So stepping into that Irish energy and the luck of the Irish. But let's see what's wanted from this masculine within this new moon. What energy is there for the taking? What the moon is bringing out from the masculine. There. And for the feminine. Kind of mixed up feminine. There's a lot of energy there. We're definitely going through our ascension, and we're going to pull them up with us, right? And so, what is the major energy to focus on with this moon within our feminine energies? There it is. And we'll do a little quick action. What kind of action we can take? Or the feminine. And this is like that. Okay. So for the masculine, we have God of protection. Yes, protecting what he knows is right. Protecting his divine masculine energy. So as all this stuff is falling apart to come back together, this is what it's really saying. He's protected from all this. It's just trying to put his pieces, number 7, his divine energies back together. So having that tower moment, having everything crumble around him, and in order to step into his true energies, and those energies are protected. They cannot be taken from him in any way. He's just putting them back together. So, and protecting what he knows is most important to him is this real relationship that he's been recognizing more and more as he's gone on. So, for the feminine, we have good, goddess of sensuality. Like it said, working on that sacral chakra, getting into your true divine feminine energies, feeling good about it, and feeling good about sensuality, no shame, blame, anger, resentment, not being able to forgive the past from all of that, even with anything that's gone on with our masculine. It's really about releasing that, and that's what this is talking about. These crises are going to come up so we can release more and more and heal faster because of these moon energies. So you want to be within that, okay? And heal. It's a number 2. So for the two of us together, truly, even in a past life, to heal any of that went on, and even in this life, anything that you felt upset over your masculine, well, these messages are going to come through with this new moon, and for you to be aware of and to heal, and not get into an angry energy, because we got Mars going on there, which we can get irritated and cranky about, but recognizing that's why it's going to feel that way. And Aries is very emotional that we're stepping into pretty soon too. So Pisces, highly emotional, highly intuitive. So all these coming together. So being in your divine feminine energies, truly within your sensuality, just feeling it, because you don't want any of that sexual frustration, right? So that's why you're going to let it flow. Instead of it's been stuck for a while, even because we haven't felt good about it because of our past and working on that. So let it flow, okay? More and more healing. But right now it's saying with this moon, you can heal quicker. So try not to block any of these messages that are coming through. Just allow them to flow. And then for the masculine, who's protecting now his masculine energy and his divine energy and this union, really. And yeah, here it is, the action, karma. Clearing out that karma. Okay, and so instead of feeling trapped by it with this number 4, it's more of wishes come true because he's wanted to release these things, maybe not knowing how to, but he's clearing out the karma. Okay, so even though that karma is being cleared out, he's still protecting his divine energies, and he'll be able to put those back together again. So feminine, like I was urged, it's saying being more in the motherly energy, in the way of recognizing he has to learn and grow and have these things happen, but also they're really urgent, stay within our sensuality so he can move more toward that, light that flame, that fire. Really, with your intention, put out there that you are attracting your masculine within your divine feminine, sensual, sexual energy. So he can pull up out. That's that hand we're going to offer, right? To pull him up out of this karma while we are ascending. And what are we doing? We're growing the inner divine by working on these things and healing it. See, when it's upside down, but it's number 3. So we're manifesting, coming back together. We're also wanting to ground that we're growing out of this childlike behavior. But it is, there's the inner child. so here it has both of them that I was talking about. It has like the child here, the mother being in that motherly energy of allowing him whatever he's doing over here, knowing that we will be here. Okay, we will be coming together, so just try not to pay attention to what's going on so this can happen, and step back like a mother has to watch. It's that painful, okay, because we unconditionally love the masculine. So it's that painful if anything goes on and we hear about it or whatever, of things having to fall away the way they are. Because we never really want that anything to be in a bad way. Even when people are upset with the karmic or the soulmate, it's a lesson. It's things we are having to go through in order to put our pieces back together. So we never want it to be negative. And it's sad when the karma has to be so negative. But in the end, it's for the positive. So it's really, this is the action of turn away, try not to, but send the love to the child level. But growing the inner, and here it is, growing your inner divine feminine energy, knowing we are ascending within our sensuality and our sacral chakra. Okay, so that's around there. Let's do between the two, because it's kind of saying, try not to pay so much attention. He's working on the karma, as we knew, and it's really going to be good with this moon to start off in a new beginning of what he has kept for himself and protected and putting it back together in divine energy. So between the two, yeah, release the fear. And it is, like, there's a fear of him, you know, getting hurt. There's a fear of, even though we want these relationships to end, we want these situations to end, there's this fear of how is it going to happen. And as I've been guided, if you do not make a decision, one will be made for you. And I will say again, yes, we have free will, but we chose this journey a long time ago. So we said yes to this. We gave up our free will in that way. Now we still have free will to say, I'm not doing this anymore, but you will be pushed back onto the path by something. So it's better to make a more positive decision for yourself to walk away than to stay within it and have things have to fall away in some way. So there is the fear within the love going on here. The fear of how things karmically will go away, how we can nurture any of this sensuality for the feminine in order to help the masculine. And the masculine, it's really fears as well as stepping into our full out divine energies for new beginnings within them, having this ascension together, really. And so truly, we want to release any of the fear surrounding it for love. Put that unconditional love in its place. Have that trust and faith, knowing that no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, it's for the best for everyone involved in the situation, okay? Let's move this on up here. Release the fear, which is good too, because you know when I do the moons, it's what we want to release and what we want to receive. So what we want to release is any fear surrounding any of this karmic stuff that's going on, any of our divine energies within our sensuality. And this is why some masculine from the past is going to come up with these things and crisis and whatever, and we're going to step through it and heal from it, because we're really needing to step more into our divine feminine energies within our sensuality and recognize the true sacred sexuality of it all with our masculine. Even though you might have gone through abuse or something in the past from a masculine, and possibly even from your masculine on some level, it's never totally negative. It's just messages, okay? And they're not abusive, and they're not, no, it should not be that way unless you're really disconnected with who you are and the message had to be that loud towards you, okay? So release the fears around that. And let's see now what they're wanting us to release and receive. Put that up there. Okay. Whoa, okay, that went fine. Thing. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I'll put that there anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So the energy for the union that is surrounding this new moon is Queen of Michael. You know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. Yeah, it's a time for working on ourselves, our life purpose, releasing any of these things that, like, yeah, you know exactly what to do. So when these messages come to us, we will move forward within them and not get upset. Just take them for what they are and be able to know that we are protected within any of this. So as we travel through it all, for this union, it'll be okay. I mean, we got the protection on there. He's a god of protection, okay? So we are protected. Michael's the major protector. We as feminine, we are protected. Even if some of these crises come at us in somewhat of an abusive way, it's for us to heal it and release it with this new beginning. It's a time for our life purpose now, instead of really focusing on what she was saying up here. They're having to go through what they're going through. It's time for us to really help our ascension, help our healing, and then just kind of put that 5D hand out there to pull them up out of it. And as you see, there too, okay? Pull them up out of that and pull their inner divine more so, okay? So that's what's there for the union on top of the goddess of sensuality. So you know exactly what to do. Anything comes towards you, feminine, that is of a masculine energy and not good for you, you reject it and say, no, thank you. We can do that. We have the power. We are protected in us saying, no, that's not happening, you know? We are totally protected in that. So, no, in your feminine energy, you're totally protected in that. Here we go. I knew there was something. Okay. All right, so with what they're urging the masculine to surrender with this new moon is, ooh, epiphany. So endings, here we go. Joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. So any blockages, which we see is the fear of ending the karmic stuff that's going on and the fear of how it's going to happen, well, it's happening. So they want to, this is an arcana too. So for the masculine, recognize when you release the fear and the blockages that have been stuck there toward the karmic energy and not knowing what the next step is or anything, it says here, you will know what to do. They will release this for you, okay? Release the karma for you, and then you will have epiphanies and you will have spiritual growth. You will become more of a light, and answers will come to you even better. So here it is. It's the ending. So ending of karmic energy. So they're wanting you to get rid of any fears and blockages towards change. And these changes are coming. And that's on top of the fear, see? So for the feminine, or to surrender at this time, is 5 of Michael. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Yeah. And that's positive change as well, knowing we are protected, knowing the situations that don't serve us and releasing them, okay? And releasing the attachment to any outcome of our relationship with our masculine or even masculine energy and any men around us, just knowing this is a time to heal all these things. So they're just messages. So this is beautiful. Doesn't serve us anymore, no need to hold on to it, let go of the past, and really put that in your intention to really release the past. Any past negative energies surrounding masculine energy, which would have shut down our sacral chakra and our sensuality, made us feel shame, blame, guilt, all within our divine feminine energies, because we are in need of getting into the sensuality even more so there's not that sexual frustration within this new moon. It's more of feeling empowered within that energy. So what they're wanting the masculine to receive around this moon is 5 of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenge alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So they want, once again, number 5, positive change. So they're wanting them to not be so much of a hermit, right? To accept help. To open up and accept the help even in the way this karmic energy is going away. They're wanting them to accept love, what love really is. So open up, and for them to have faith, to know that help is there, okay? So keeping the positive thoughts so they can have a positive self-fulfilling prophecy. And isn't that the thing? This is totally a prophecy. What we are on, this path, this journey, is just like Christ consciousness. There was a prophecy. These are things that are having to happen. If we do not make the decision on our own to step away, the one will be made for us because it is the prophecy. Okay? And at this time, as always, I urge, forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. Release any of that negative karmic energy off of the people involved in this situation. So they're wanting him to receive help, okay? that knowing he's not alone, so being open to that, and more positive thoughts surrounding the change that is going on around him. Positive change, know it. It's a loving thing. It's moving him toward love. Be open to receive our love, our unconditional love that we're sending through our feminine energy, right? Just send it there. All right, so, and we are the help that's nearby as well. We're nearby, we're not getting involved, we're nearby, feminine, but we're also in the 5D pulling them up out of it too, with the help of the divine. And for the feminine to receive the Chariot, beautiful, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. So within our divine energies moving forward, it's Archangel Metatron, so we can create anything we desire, knowing that as long as we have that determination and self-control. And the self-control meaning try not to get involved in creating more karma. Try to stay back from it. Just send love, send unconditional love, and we will then ascend on our life purpose. Career advancement is happening, so let's receive that as well. And then acknowledgement from the divine that yes, we are a success. We have this. We got this. Receive that. Feel good about yourself, that you've done so much to be able to release anything that's not serving you anymore from the past. Doing these healings and having the determination, the self-control. Now, they're moving us forward, knowing it in our divine energies along this divine path, and allowing them to pull the masculine with the help nearby, pull them up into a more positive, loving change. So what the divine is surrounding us with this moon is Page of Raphael for the masculine. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Okay, so starting him off, healing. Raphael, starting his healing from any of the stuff that's come off of there, come out of any of the karmic crumbles, right? And it's a new emotional situation, which they've been, you know, they just secretly yearn for, okay? They're always yearning for that. So they're going to get better intuitive insights about how they can move forward, knowing that any of that karmic energy, which is in the green, is falling away for good reason. For them to now have some more of a loving, dreamy, open-hearted energy around them instead of how shut down they were. So they're wanting them to really get through this. Then they'll feel more of our gentle energy, our loving energy. They can be more dreamy and open their hearts because that karmic energy is not on it anymore. They can actually be within their true emotions. Look at that water there, a surrounding feminine energy, because we're stepping more into our divine feminine energy to help them recognize it. And here's this loving energy coming through. So the divine energy surrounding the feminine with this moon. 8 of Michael, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. They're wanting to have us to get out of the ego, recognize our abundance is there, no fear in working through our situations and getting our messages, any of those crises that come up. It's going to help us heal those old wounds. So not seeing things clearly, maybe needing some help to open up more, get out, like I said, get out of the ego and know you can go in any direction you desire. You're not stuck. We do create this energy. The more we heal, the more we do, the more we open up the masculine, the more we help them, the more we come together. So it is our choice, okay? Be courageous and make that courageous choice to really heal yourself and become more into your feminine energies, because it'll change the situation, knowing we have the courage to do all this. It's not all on the masculine, okay? He has protected what is his. He has. And now all that stuff is coming up off of him so we can recognize it even more. And then we release any fear around our sensuality and we make these better choice, this courageous choice to do so in getting help and getting healing and having, you know, a more balanced feminine energy. It can be somewhat scary at times how powerful we are, okay? But that's all right. Release that fear because you know it's going to be so amazing and so helpful for the whole planet. That's what it's saying. Be free. Free yourself. Free yourself from any of the 3D restraints. Step into your divine feminine power and free that sacral chakra from any abuse or wounds or shame, blame, guilt that is not meant to be there. Okay? So, what overall outcome coming through with this moon for the masculine? We have 2 of Ariel. It's important to have balance. Working multiple jobs or projects at once. Making work fun. Well, that's better. But yeah. Making, like, working toward, this is kind of like, isn't it like that? Yeah. Almost like that. Yeah, it's just a balance. Yeah. So balancing out, you know, with love. A lot of them just throw themselves into work and try to forget about what's going on. And that's why all this karmic stuff has to happen, because they're not really fully working at it, right? So it's important for them to have this balance. So by taking out all that masculine energy of just work, 3D, 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 is getting into more other loving projects, heart-centered things, right? Feeling about two people being together within love and being more playful and more fun instead of it being such work all the time, okay? So that's their new beginning. No longer just like throwing themselves into work and running away in that way. Is getting more in the heart, more about the feminine energy, because we're stepping more into ours, and having a little bit more fun with themselves in the way of not taking everything so seriously and being held down and being in such a fearful state when it comes to the karma. And so for the overall energies and outcomes for the feminine with this moon, we have Knight of Ariel. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. And that is the divine. And that's also him too. But yeah, there's so much to accomplish now. There's so much within our feminine energy that we can manifest. Realize it, cultivate it within love. You're trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. So that's good, making more fun. So it's being more lighthearted with the love instead of how pained we've been surrounding watching all this karmic stuff and feeling all this karmic stuff. So when these healings are going on, it's really healing and bringing things up off the heart so we can be kinder to ourselves, feminine, when it comes to our feminine energy, right? And there's so much we can accomplish now when we release all that. That's what they're letting us know. We have this new beginning and starting off in our powerful feminine energy. So it's being kind to ourselves as well, and kind to the situation, and kind about the journey, kind about what we've decided to do here. And just say, you know what, and kinder toward him, not getting so upset with him, because he's going to come into a better balance and get more rid of this karmic stuff. It's inevitable, okay? It's that number 9 coming through. It's that total release there for their spiritual growth. That karmic stuff is coming off of them no matter what, okay? So know that, and know we can be more kind, and we are being watched over and guided by the divine to do all these things and to heal and put the pieces back together. And then so he can then have a better balance of his masculine energy, which he has protected from this karmic stuff, and bringing it back together again. Okay, so within the 3D to be aware of. Tell me that. Whoa. Alright, and it's telling me to turn them upright. With their major ones wanting to be planted. Turn them upright. Okay. I hear you. Alright, so the energy surrounding the union for this. Waterfall, effortless. The emotions are just going to be flowing. Everything's going to be flowing away that does not serve anymore, right? So, as it has on top of here, you know exactly what to do. Let it flow, let it go, okay? So let the emotions be there, recognize them, and then work through them and heal them and make it better. So emotionally, you know exactly what to do, and it's time for us to stay on our path and our purpose and let everything flow away. Let the emotions guide us, let our intuition guide us. Okay, and let the water fall, right? And let the tears fall if they need to. Let the emotions fall away from any of this karmic stuff and replacing it with your true emotions. So what to release in the 3D for the masculine is completion. Wow, see? Number 9, through this epiphany, complete it with the moon. There's not a new moon in here. So yeah, there's going to be karmic completion going on. So recognize it and let it go, right? And with the full moon, it's just truth coming through, answers, right? It says answers come through, answers are coming through for them. So letting go of any of those blockages, any of those fears, any of those things about change and completing what went on with this karmic energy or that soulmate, completing the lesson. So letting go of any of the fears. Right on top of that fear, so you've got the number 9, we have completion. Here we go. So release anything, just release in general, right? Because it's at the end and its completion, and then the joy comes through, and he will have spiritual growth through this release. Okay, so within the 3D for the feminine, ooh, DNA and karma, what they're wanting us to release. So yeah, so it's telling us the karma too. And within the DNA, I do a DNA healing if anyone's interested. But truly, from what has gone on, having a positive change, because the situation doesn't serve you, so it's releasing anything within your past, within the DNA. So feminine, you're really being urged that it's very much any of this type of feminine issue, sacral chakra, definitely has to do with the ancestral things and things that have gone on in your past that are kind of miasma stuck in the DNA. So, and that's part of our karma. So unless we release all that, it's still kind of stuck there. So it's saying the situation doesn't release your attachment, releasing the attachment, and even toward the outcome of his completion, right? And the outcome of how we are being pushed to be healed. So release any of that karma from the ancestors stuck in our DNA. So anyone who wants to do DNA work, or you know of some way to do DNA work, I have a DNA healing. It's important for new beginnings with this new moon. When these crises coming up, they're coming up as well because they're stuck in the DNA as miasma. So feminine out there, if you can, get work done, okay? Because it said it's all about healing and healing quicker, or they're letting you know what they're wanting you to release off of here. Okay, so what to receive in the 3D? Stone people, vigilance for the masculine. Yeah, being vigilant in the fact that, you know, not having to do this alone, and knowing that they can do this and be vigilant about it because they have the help, they're being guided, and they can fulfill the prophecy if they just stay within it. So they're giving them that energy of sticking to it, okay? So with the feminine, to receive, with that Chariot, we have synergy. Nice, green man. So receive our masculine healed, right? The green man within his heart instead of within all that karmic energy. But it's all determination and self-control. So they're getting the vigilance in the 3D, and we have it in just the energy surrounding us. We're moving forward in our determination to be in our feminine energy, getting any of this stuff off the DNA from your ancestors, or just recognizing it to release it. I mean, you could just put that out there with one of your intentions with this new moon for new beginnings, to just say, please help me release anything off of my DNA that is my emotional miasma reaction to what has gone on in the past. I want to release that. You just put that intention out there. But if you really want deep healing, it's amazing. And so determination and self-control to move forward, to do this, to bring everything together, to bring together what's your true heart, your true pieces, right? For this man to have a healthier man as well come toward us with his vigilance. Okay, so in the 3D, to the divine energy surrounding us for the masculine, lightning, power. So really finding the power within the emotion and the light of that, and striking it and planting it in the 3D. A new emotional situation, right? Messages regarding relationships or social situations is definitely coming through. Emotionally, they have the power now to create and strike where they want to strike with this vigilance as well. And so that's what the divine surrounding them with. That they can have this, they can have the power within their emotions to create what they truly desire and spark something up here that they want to move toward with their intuitive insights through their emotions. And within the 3D for the feminine that the divine is surrounding with is invocation, ceremony. Getting more into the feminine energies, then getting away from the karmic energies, being more in your feminine energies, and invoking what you truly desire. That you can be free and make the courageous choice to be in those energies, and make the courageous choice to heal this from the past and let it go. Even within the masculine energy that's going to be surrounding you with these crises, to help you let that go. All right, so make the courageous choice to change the situation, to step more into, to invoke more of your feminine energy within the sacral chakra, and get rid of any of the karmic energy surrounding it. And then showing us it's in the DNA. Stop there. So heal, heal, heal. But just set the intention. If you're not able to get a healing, just set the intention with this new moon to release anything from your ancestors, and to thank them as your guides, to wanting to reshape your life the way you desire, the way it is meant for you on this path and journey. So overall energies and outcome with this new moon in the 3D for the masculine is submerge, iceberg. Okay, so coming out of this just stuck in emotions and starting to kind of really melt those away, getting into a better balance. Not just, just being stuck in that way, because as we see here, it's flowing and flowing. So the overall outcome of these energies is melting this away. Okay, so they can emerge more and really submerge within their emotions, get whatever is stuck there and melt that away and let it flow. Like this card has all underneath him. It's like getting the ego into the emotions. That's why he's upside down. So being able to balance the emotions with the ego and getting into the brain, okay? So submerging into the ego emotions so then they can flow like that. Beautiful. All right, so, and then the overall outcome and energies with this moon for the feminine is veiled fog, going more toward our divine purpose, recognizing it more and more. And these issues, these things, these crises are going to really bring up those wounds so we can heal them and move toward unconditional love on our purpose, finding our divine purpose because we're stepping more into our feminine energies and lifting the fog, the fogginess we have in our head about our divine purpose and about our masculine and what we're here to do and why is this going on. That's what this moon is going to help with. It's going to show us the light and move us forward because, as you know, with moons come truth. So pay really attention to whatever's going on around you for those messages and truth. So now we have within romance. Whoa. Let's try that again. We're a wreck, I guess. Around this moon, with our romance, we're a wreck. Everything's just going to come flying out of us. So let's try not to be irritated and volatile and stay within that unconditionally loving zone, like I said. No matter what comes up, see it as a message and release it. Because we both got the karmic energy going on here, okay? So for the union, the energy surrounding this moon when it comes to romance is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And some of us are addicted to karma, right? Or we have a codependency in the way of we're just needing attention from someone else. No, let that go. And it's also telling me stop just sitting there, feminine, trying to watch for something or wait for something. Get going. Let these things fall away. You know exactly what to do and what to heal. Go for it. So if you want your romance to work and you're not sitting here all by yourself, kind of, move forward and then he will move forward and you will pull him up out of all that. It does take effort. You don't just sit there and say, okay, well, I'm going to do this and then sit there. You have to take the steps you're guided to take and make the effort and not be dependent on him, watching him, wondering what he's doing and blaming him because it's really us just sitting here and he can't even move as well. Okay, so that's that false sense of we can be free. Be free. We can have what we desire. Take the steps to do so. But also with the codependency as well, it's telling us that we are together in this. So if you move forward, he moves forward, right? We move forward, he moves forward. So, and we are addicted to where we're stuck at. We're addicted to just watching and trying to, and maybe even blaming on some level, okay? So new beginnings now, feminine, new beginnings. More and more recognizing this can be effortless. You know what to do. You have had the experience. You're benefiting from this by coming back together, putting your pieces together along this journey. You're benefiting from it. Let it be effortless. Don't fight against it and just sit there and woe is me and be in this irritated state and sexually frustrated state where you can actually be within balance and joy and love and happiness, knowing that we can just move forward. We know exactly what to do. We can be guided by this moon in Pisces, which is very intuitive. So don't just sit there, because if you want it to move forward, you're affecting your romantic life, but not being more loving and romantic toward yourself and your sensual, sexual, feminine energy, and recognizing the beauty of this journey and how you're putting your pieces back together and what's needing to be healed emotionally around you. So what they want the masculine surrender in the when it comes to romance, healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So healing those family issues, that's all about. Here's the completion, the number 9, joy can come through, karma up there, healing family issues, forgive, forgive, forgive. So anything that's holding you back karmically that you're not forgiving, it's your parents, people came before you, your past life, your ancestors, all that. It's forgiving. And in the moment with this moon is being able to practice forgiveness when it comes to these karmic family issues. Wow. So healing family issues, there's a completion here with this moon, like I felt, an epiphany, coming into a better energy. And so what to release or surrender for the feminine when it comes to romance is, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So anything you're doing that's not showing love for yourself first, love for your feminine energy, your sensual sacral chakra, getting rid of that shame, blame, guilt surrounding it. That's why these crises are going to come up, so you can keep doing it and you can say no. If a man comes around you and he starts saying, well, I'll do that, you can say no. No, thank you. I know who I want. I know who I want to do these things for me. It is my masculine. So I shall, in a way, I shall sit within my feminine energy, but do the work and the heal, or whatever, and recognize that there is another masculine energy. That's your masculine. Don't allow other masculine energy to take that place of him, okay? Love yourself, respect yourself first, so all this can come through. Work in your feminine energies, okay? This is not necessarily ancestral, you know? In the past, feminine, they were just, you know, you go marry this one, you do this one. It wasn't about loving of self first and saying, no, there is a man that's right for me, and I will not take energy from any other man until that comes to me, till he can come to me. And the other thing is that in your feminine energy, you are just as powerful, if not more powerful than a masculine energy. You don't need him. You don't need him to follow through with any of these things and putting your pieces back together and healing. Okay? If anything, they need us more than we need them. Okay? Just like a mother and a child. They need us more than we need them. And we do feel the frustration of that on a level. But then when they grow and they become in their full masculine energy, then it is that balance that's down here that's coming through. That there's going to be that balance. That's going to be the outcome when we recognize we don't need them. We love ourselves first. So getting rid of anything that's stopping from loving your feminine energies, recognizing the power of them that came through with the ancestors, right? And that... yeah, this situation does not serve anything that doesn't serve us when it comes to loving ourselves and our femininity, our feminine energy, okay? And that sacral chakra and sexuality, okay? And that's that frustration with sexuality because we're not balanced within our feminine energy and recognizing the beauty of it. Okay, and with this new moon, wanting the masculine to receive within romance, yay! This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, recognizing the true divine feminine energy, being vigilant about it, and making a positive change about it. Okay, knowing he's not alone, we are nearby, recognizing this is the romantic partner he seeks, that is us, and we want that green man. So what we want to receive with this new moon and a new beginning with the romantic partner he seeks, right? For the feminine, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Receive the real masculine. This green man. It's all moving forward. New beginnings happening. So reconciliation. Someone from our past is returning to our life. Yes, it is the one who's recognizing a romantic partner now instead of that karmic stuff that was just a lot of them is an ego decision, right? Healing these issues, those blockages, that karmic stuff for the one, to receive the one. And so the divine energy surrounding the masculine with love retreats. It's time to disconnect from the world. It's time to get her out of that 3D because here comes the feminine. Here comes the bride down the path. So retreat. They're helping him retreat from that karmic energy, letting him know he has the power within his emotion and new emotion to get into a new emotional situation, walking away from the old one. Yay. And all right, for the feminine, the divine is surrounding us with is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, any of these things, these crises that we're needing to change, pay attention to those red flags. Pay attention to this, anything about the sacral chakra red, kind of orangey red. Yeah, that's stopping us from being in our feminine energy. Just paying attention to it. It'll help us get closer and closer to our relationship and our romance. So they're surrounding him, walking away from the karmic energy, and us paying attention to this stuff that we can heal it so they can heal even more so. And the overall outcome energies from this moon for romance is honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And it is with a holiday. It's St. Patrick's Day. So if we're in luck, we may get some communication and feel blissful from the masculine, or he will, within his emotions, feel more blissful in his totally emotions, seeing that submerge. And then here, a better balance is the outcome, about feminine energy as well, getting out of the ego and into more of his emotions, submerging within the ego his emotions. And then there's the water again, moving forward. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and possibly some communication going on. You can ask for that around the moon. The moon is very powerful when it comes to communication. I have a better communication ritual and healing that helps people actually have communication come through. So it is important around the moon for this communication, so be open to receive it. And no fear about what you might hear about what's going on, okay? So the overall outcome energies for the feminine with this moon is let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others, from the divine, from healers, from light workers, of needing to really feel like you have to go deeper and heal deeper within your past life, within the sacral chakra, within masculine energy, and how you feel about it and how it's been in your past. You know, it's just saying, ask for help and accept the support. Accept it. So when you're asking for help, they're going to unveil some of these things, right? And there's so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan of how you want to proceed, and then ask them for support and help from it in order to get ready for this wedding, right? You're going down the path over here in his heart. You're healing those red flags so he can then get to that honeymoon. This is beautiful. You have well, codependency, well, healing family issues is great. Releasing that with it, all the family issues, right? We have on both sides, the DNA here and that, and then this is the one. Let me retreat with this for this honeymoon, okay? That's the outcome, seeing that he can be blissful and be with a feminine energy, us, and be happy together. The retreat, like retreating and having that holiday, right? Retreat of time together, recognizing a real feminine energy as we're unveiling our energies and working on that and making plans for it, and letting everyone help us through it, letting the divine help us through it, including anything that's coming from him in communication, because there's no fear. I'm going to do a little bit more about love. Okay, surrounding this moon, what are we aware of for the masculine? And for the feminine. From the True Love reading cards. Divine Feminine. Look at the moon. So he's thinking of the Divine Feminine, recognizing the Divine Feminine, and this was right on top of, this could be the one, and reconciliation. Fell right on top of there. Divine Feminine, get more into it. This is why you're wanting to heal it. Okay. And so for the feminine, spiritual maturity. We are along this path. We're both there now. Take his hand and guide him, right, along this path towards spiritual maturity with this new beginning. So if you love yourself first and you pay attention to these red flags and heal from them, you get your spiritual maturity within your divine feminine energy. So he recognizes it's the one and wants to come back together. And we allow it. Okay? Good. So these are cards I use for the soul. So let's see what's going on with the soul healing. So let's see what's going on around this moon to be kind of healed within the soul, or to be aware of within our soul. For the masculine, we have reflective truth, identity, self-love, and acceptance. Okay, so getting more of an identity of the feminine. Number 4, right? So that 4, not feeling trapped anymore, but making a foundation within feminine energy, seeing the reflection and the truth of who we are for them within the heart. Look at all these butterflies ascending with us. Okay, so getting the truth from us and ascending with us and having acceptance of it and self-love and identity. Perfect. So love yourself first is the same thing for him. So it's on top of here with this divine feminine, recognizing it because we're loving ourselves first and getting the spiritual maturity energy with this moon, and then they come through and then they have the truth come through for them as well and reflecting it toward us. Also meaning giving us the messages. Okay, so for the feminine, sacral portal, there it is. Creativity, intimacy, inhibition. So that's the thing. uninhibited, right? Get rid of the shame, the blame, the guilt, and go really work on this. Number 7, for our divine energies, for our spiritual maturity. Love those divine energies right now. Pay attention to what's blocking them so we can invoke what we truly desire instead of this karmic energy surrounding it. There it is, sacral portal. This is the time to really work on it, to go within there, feminine, to not have to just sit there, but also know that the more you heal off of it, right? And then taking away any masculine energy surrounding you that's providing you with this energy in order for your masculine to step up, knowing you're the one and have this reconciliation, recognize us for the divine feminine, and then reflect our truth and give us the messages to even work harder. Those are those red flags, messages from them. So with the moon, for the masculine to be aware of too, and for the feminine. Wow, this is a dreams card, so. Ha! New waxing moon, conception, inner self, expansion. So he's growing. There he is, too. New moon, conception, new. Everything's going to be new. Inner self, new for his inner self, new for his what he's protected from his divine energies. And the other one is fire opal, sensuality and confidence within inner self and his expansion and conceiving more and more. There's the sensuality coming from us. That's why it's so important. It gives him the confidence. Our sensuality and our feminine energy gives him the confidence to move forward and expand his inner self. Wow. And here from the feminine, we have cleanse. Definitely cleanse and clarify. Cleansing those things. Here it is. There's the curtains. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So cleanse and clarify, right? And then we have communication, inner truth. Communicate your inner truth of your feminine, because what are they wanting? Over here, the reflective truth. They want to reflect our truth, right? And we're protected, okay? Know that. And then boundaries and caution, nettle. And taking down our boundaries, but also putting up the boundaries to those masculine energies and being cautious, right? Here's the caution. The signs are cautioning us that are we allowing other masculine energies around us that is meant for our masculine, or that have hurt us in the past, shutting us down to our masculine, okay? To start this new beginning, up off of there. Heal those things up off of there, please. All right, let's see what a loving message we can get here. Whatever pops out. Oh, it's for both. Okay. Oh, secret admirer. Someone has deep feelings for you. Then they are letting on. Aha. So no, they're not, you know, voicing it, right? Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Totally. Okay. This is both for that's both for the feminine, like the messages coming through from the masculine. The path is clear. They're wanting this. They're not, and here from the feminine to the masculine. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. I love that. Okay. Yeah, we're not judging. That's what we're telling you. When it comes, we're unconditionally loving. We are not judging you. Get through this. We're there for you. We're there for you as a mother to support you with unconditional love. I'm holding out that hand to pick you back up after all this karmic stuff falls away. We're not judging anything you've been through, right, feminine? And close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Wow, that is beautiful. Truth. Look at that, feminine. That's where your heart is, feminine. This is the message we want to put across to them, that they can allow joy into their life regardless of the circumstances they're currently finding themselves in all this karmic stuff. When it comes to the matter of the heart, there is no right or wrong. It's unconditional love. We are not judging you. And they're saying, listen, the path is clear. Move, move, move for this reconciliation, because I totally love you and want you. I am a secret admirer, and I might not be letting you know this or letting on to what my plans are, but I am admiring you to move forward, and you have the freedom to take me with your hand moving forward. Okay, so masculine energy with this moon. And feminine. Woo! 2. Oh my gosh. Yep. All right. I'm just putting them there because they flew out that way. So good. For the masculine is being more playful, less work and burying himself in work and not paying attention, and being more playful. Like Loki, he has the ability to, it's kind of like playing jokes, but he has the ability to, through a more positive way, manipulate people. So instead of them being in a negative energy with this karmic energy, it's going to be more playful and be like, okay, let me get through this. Let me keep this lighter. You know, let me move this forward in that way. Because he plays tricks on people, but it's almost like switching the mind, switching the ego. This is where they're at right now. They're able to switch that ego and get into a more playful state of why am I being so stuck? Right? Why am I being so in the routine and in this karmic energy? Let me get out of it, right? Being more, having more fun with it all instead of being so serious and so upset with it all. Recognizing for what it is and knowing that it's going to turn out wonderfully for this new beginning with this new moon whenever the crisis comes up. And more playful within their sexuality and sensuality, okay? To kind of help us out. Yeah. And for the feminine, we have commitment. We are totally committed. We are committed. I am committed to my masculine. I am committed to the union. I'm committed to this journey. I'm committed to healing, to putting my pieces back together and home so I can come home, so there can be a home. We are creating this home by being within our feminine energy so they can come to us. And we can have that home there for them, just like a mother and a lover and all those things. That's what we're creating by making this commitment and taking this journey and this new beginning and not making any judgments surrounding the karmic energy that's going on and not having any fear. Knowing we've made this commitment, it's bringing us home. It's a new beginning. Major. More healing, but beautiful. Now let's do a crystal for the moon to be aware of. To try to help out with these energies. For the masculine, ooh, he got black obsidian, the shadow. See, we work on our shadow, then there's work on their shadow. And anyone wants to work on past life for them, too. And then let's see, black obsidian. Where are we? Okay, the shadow. Base, right? So grounding. Black obsidian has the powerful medicine to assist in the purging of old, stale energy from the field, transforming it into fresh, vibrant light. It's all this karmic stuff. It is formed from volcanic lava and holds within it the medicine and energy of fire, strength, and courage. It burns through the darkness, bringing new light and wisdom to all who cross its path. So all that karmic stuff coming up off of him to give the wisdom so we can get the messages from him as well. Powerful cleanser of negative energy, draws to the surface unresolved issues for release and healing, dissolves destructive patterns, karma, lets old habits and traits surface, allowing love and acceptance of the total self, releasing the karma, permits entry into the void to receive wisdom and knowledge from the shadow side. Perfect. And for the feminine, yes, hematite, grounding our feminine energy. In the 3D, more so. Definitely beautiful. Base as well. Okay, so they're both with the base chakra. More ground. Researchers have discovered that the center of the earth is made of hematite formed in the geometry of dodecahedron. Being in the presence of this magical crystal naturally assists you to connect deeply to the heart of the planet, grounding your roots and foundations into the earth. The medicine of hematite assists in detoxing on all levels, mind, body, and spirit, and is the most powerful grounding crystal on the planet. Purifies and cleanses the blood and assists in healing blood disorders. Blood, like bloodline, like DNA, ancestors. Grounds and connects to the center of the earth, enhancing manifestation skills. Encourages gentle healing after shock or trauma. Yeah, pulling all this stuff out and everything that's going on. So it's all, right, like it said, it's all about healing with this new moon. So it's a big time for light workers and healers to step up, to help everyone involved, help the collective, which I may do, maybe just to do a collective healing so y'all can see what I do. Okay, what else am I? This is pretty good to me. Okay, let's do Ganesh. So What blockage is being removed with this new moon for the masculine, and what gift for his ascension, and for the feminine. Okay, for the masculine from Ganesh. Oh, good. Insight. Insight toward the abundance, and knowing that, insight toward more of the purpose, and knowing that they are protected within their third eye, having this insight more so. Good. And for the feminine, steadfastness. Oh yes, we need it. Steadfastness for this positive change within our feminine energy. So releasing anything that's blocking us and keep going. Look at this little machete. What is that? Like an axe type thing. Yeah, cutting away at it all. Cutting away at it all. Getting rid of all those obstacles. So being able to, number 3, manifest the union, and number 2, coming together. So cut away. Get those red flags, cut them away, get rid of the things that are, those addictions of things that were not flowing correctly, and let the divine help, and let everyone around you help. Let people in your groups help, you know? Put yourself out there so you can get the messages and help you with this new moon, new beginnings, and it is a holiday as well, so there might be some communication, and wouldn't that be blissful? Okay, so, all right, everyone, this is your new moon in Pisces reading. Lots of information coming through. So, really, any rituals that you do, have a great time with it. And know to ask for the feminine, any ancestral healing of emotions and things that were stuck in your DNA, to try to release that. Okay, and they're wanting me to pull this one as an ending to what majorly to pay attention to. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So forgiveness was major for the masculine, right? So for him to step into the love, there needs to be forgiveness of this karmic energy, and forgiveness. And I do forgiveness healing as well, because all these things are important. So surrounding this is the forgiveness, and forgiveness for anyone karmically coming through, creating the crisis so we can heal from the wounds. Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. Amen. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, donating, and all the clients that I have that I'm helping is amazing energy, and all the new ones that want to come to me. I am open. Please, I would love to help with healings and readings and decoding messages for you all. I'm just doing twin flame life coaching. So reach out to me. I am here for you. So until you see me again, share the love. Happy manifesting.